Hello there, chat. Yeah, I'm gonna start the game post haste. I shall also pull up. Oh, sup, Pyro. As I was saying, I shall also try and pull up the stream's guest. Let's see, where did I leave the image? There we go. And I'm gonna give him a call. Sup?
How's it going?
It's going great. Stream's live and kicking. Just a couple things in the OBS because it's being silly and it's not catching the window it's supposed to be catching. Alright, let's see. This thing works, but for some reason it ain't showing up. Give me a second. See, this is the drawback of not running my stuff on multiple screens. I'm just running it on one. Oh, there we go.
Oh, geez.
Finally showed up.
Dude, I don't know if I could ever live again without multiple monitors.
Yeah. But, I mean, I've gotten used to the old stabbing. So, yeah. Alright, and it appears that we've, with people in the chat, we got Unusual Spyro, and we have, Okami50, who says, must resist the urge to bring up seed.
Oh, God. You want rants already?
I mean, I was expecting them later on, but, I mean, sure, sure, why
Oh,
not?
Lord. Well, I'll wait for the chat to come up with like an actual like seed oriented topic, and then I will let loose. Before we get started, though, I am gonna go grab a some sort of a beverage. I will be right back.
Yep. I'm gonna pop a campaign open in the meantime and start the warhammering. And yeah, we're gonna be doing Space Marine today. Hell yeah, Warlord class title. Okay. Strategic value, absolute. Full disclaimer though, I haven't played this one. Given that, you know, I mostly stuck to PC releases, so I kind of missed out on it when it was released way back in the PS3 days.
All
But
right.
yeah, I did don't grab it on discount. Let's see. No, I will start. Oh no, chat behave. Oh, okay.
Well, I
Was
don't
being
really get
silly.
mad if people enjoy Gundam Seed. I just like to riff on it.
Yeah, I mean same. Although I I just like the Gundam Build series a bit more, since you know it's pretty much running off of member berries, and I don't like the characters and the designs that are in the show. It's
Yeah.
outside of the cameos. Like you know the Build Fighters beginning, that one was alright. The original Build Fighters, yeah, that was decent. But you know, later on when they started like making it into a VR game, and then they were like, you know what? Let's make it an isekai with furries. And I'm like,
Oh my
no,
God.
no, yeah. The waffle.
Not before having a word or two with the orcs. Is that
Ah, good old Space Marine.
Yeah.
This brings back so many memories. This was actually how I got into 40k.
I got into 40k by, well, for the most part, you know, over the years I've been looking up lore stuff just for shits and giggles because I heard one of my buddies way back in my middle school days, which was, well, certainly has been a while ago, was always bringing up the orcs. The orcs are cool. They make shit up and it works. And you know, after that I started looking up the various like games, and like my first 40k game proper that that I've played was actually Dawn of War.
Ah, okay. See, I didn't play the original Dawn of War until very recently. Because I'm trying to think, around the time that I started getting into things, Dawn of War 2 was already out. And then this had come out, I want to say the year after Dawn of War 2 did. And this was a big release because 40k had never really had a game that was like, how do I put it? Never had like an action-oriented game. You know, everything was, it was always strategy games.
Yeah.
Even going so far back as like fucking
PS1. Yeah, I know. Because they
all the way back to Space Hulk.
I think even before that they had some like back in the Warhammer Fantasy era. They had some.
Yeah, Warhammer Fantasy did have a couple, but 40k did not. Because yeah, I remember there was like a Warhammer Fantasy kind of action-y game for the original Xbox. But personally, I've just never really been into Warhammer Fantasy like at all.
I'm mostly stuck like when it comes to fantasy. I'm mostly stuck to the funny rat people, but I haven't really looked much into that one.
Yeah, it's one of those where, and this is just a me thing, I'll admit, because there's probably some fantasy fans in chat. The problem that I have with it is the era of the Middle Ages that I'm really fascinated with is from about the turn of the millennium, so the year, 1000 AD, up until about 1500. So it's a 500-year gap of time, but there's a lot of stuff that goes on during that point in time. Of course, the Crusades being probably the most momentous one, but the Black Death and things along those lines. But that to me was always the most interesting time period. Once you start introducing like firearms into the equation and things of that nature, I got a lot less interested. And and like Renaissance era and stuff like that, just never really grabbed me. So when I remember playing Vermintide for the first time with some buddies, and I went and I of course grabbed the human character, because that's what I do. And the first thing I say to one of my friends is, "Why is my guy French?"
Why is he French? Alright, I'm gonna have to look up the controls to melee, because I've admittedly just jumped into it.
I will say this right now: the combat knife sucks. It is It is, in this game, it is the worst melee weapon. The most you get is a 3-hit combo with it.
Oh, so the kind of the standard fare in as far as like a lot of action games, especially like when it comes to Gundam, they have like 3-hit combos as kind of the standard.
Yeah, but with this one, like the combat knife was just notoriously bad. Because the multiplayer in this, the Horde mode, is called Exterminatus. And, God, I did anything I could to avoid a class that only could use the combat knife. Which, the fact that they made it suck was really weird, because in the fiction, it's a very reliable weapon.
Yeah, that's odd. Does this one have the power fists?
It does not have the power fist. It has the chain sword, the power sword, the power axe, and the thunder hammer.
Oh,
Yeah, it's kind of unfortunate. I love the power fist.
of course, especially on the tabletop.
Oh yeah,
I got
it's the best. It's the best melee weapon in the whole game.
yeah, I ran that match against your salamanders. Of course I know. My dudes were pulverized.
Yeah, Terminators, just Terminators with power fists. It's a bad day.
Yeah. Besides, my AdMech weren't really known for having particularly sturdy stuff, so sounds about right.
But yeah, oddly enough, like this game is more known for like the variety of guns that you get in it. Yet people love the melee combat quite a bit.
I can definitely see why. I mean, even though it's a tad on the clunkier side, I can definitely see the appeal of you know, smacking something with a space marine, and you know, those are heavy dudes, so.
Oh yeah. I've actually had people ask me because you know how much I play Space Marine too.
Oh yeah.
I've had people ask me why I don't play Darktide instead, and I go, I can't be a Space Marine in Darktide.
Darktide is the left-handed one.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's basically, I call it the Guardsman game, because that's basically what it is like you're using Guardsman tabletop units. But yeah, it's pretty much 40k Left 4 Dead, and it's not a bad game. It's just it doesn't have as fun of a gameplay loop.
Yeah. Then there's Vermintide, which just makes it fantasy, which, yeah, it's like, you know, when it comes to fantasy, I'm very much on the opposite side of, I like the guns in it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I like the, you know, the various medieval kerfuffles recreated in like, Vigia. You know, as of recently, I am a proud owner of Age of Empires 2. And I really like my spear dudes, which cost nothing, yet lay waste to enemy cavalry.
Always a plus.
Yeah. No. I am very much a gun guy, not really a sword guy.
No, I get it. Well, and that's one thing that I think attracts also some people to 40k in general. There is so much, like, what I guess what you could call military porn to 40k. It's kind of nuts.
It's like, there's Daka, and there is more Daka.
Yeah.
And even the non-Daka factions have Daka.
It's one of those things like with the Space Marines. It's like, well, they use bolters. Well, yeah, but what flavor of bolter do you want? Do you want a standard bolter? Do you want a bolt carbine? Do you want a stalker bolter? Do you want a sniper bolter? Which, yes, they are different things. So on and so forth. There's just so many weapons, and then so many vehicles, and like, and how you want to, like, especially when you're playing the tabletop, trying to figure out like how do I want to do this objective? What kind of backup do I want? Do I want this to be able to be a troop transport, or do I not want it to be a troop transport? You know, and it just goes on and on and on and on, and it all looks cool. It's just like, oh, I love it. It's the same thing that scratches my itch with Gundam.
Oh yeah, like there's the Zaku machine gun, Zaku machine gun Kai, Zaku machine gun short type that the desert type uses, so on and so forth.
Yeah, like if they, God, if they made a Gundam game like this, it would be so awesome. Because just playing just as like a squad of like, oh God, let me think here, like a squad of Gym 2s. Like, there's so many weapons that a Gym 2 can use, because they can use everything the Quell can use. And I think that... No, they can't use anything the Marasai can use, but...
I mean, I've seen some gyms with the BR-78, BR-87A pattern rifles that the Marasais use, so... Technically...
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, it is... technically speaking, because it's a... It's a mag-fed weapon. Really, anything could use it. Though we don't see that very often. I guess the assumption from a lot of people is just that like there's like some sort of like firmware that if the Gundam grabs it, or any mobile suit really grabs it, it's not going to be able to use it. But I mean, we saw in Char's counterattack, Amuro was able to use the beam machine gun of a Garrett Doga, I think.
Yeah, and even in, F91, was it, where I think it was, like, a Dainongay, sniper, not a sniper, beam rifle that Seba grabbed. And before that, he nabbed the beam launcher off of a Vig Nagina, so...
Yeah.
Bonk. Heck yeah. Oh yeah, this is a blast.
Wait till you start getting into the executions with the chainsword.
Oh yeah, I'm really looking forward to that. Because they seem to be putting chain things everywhere. I've recently caught up on the Carcharodon's vid. And they have even more chain stuff. Like a chain axe. the big blade two-handed board thingamajig that Baelshar has.
Yeah, the Reaper. That one is fucking incredible.
Oh, a bunch of people rolled in on the chat. Let's see. We got Unusual Spyro, we got Lemaitre, this use the sword, we got Char Reasonable Place, we got Serena, we got Zach Mitchell, the 26th Primarch.
Yep, he says he's a massive fan of the Raptors and non-canon Reasonable Marines. Same thing. I'll gladly take a Stalker Bolter or Sniper Bolter. Yeah, they're both great weapons. The Stalker Bolter right now in Space Marine 2 is fucking busted. In a fun way.
I kind of like the look of the Storm Bolter. It's like double bolter.
Oh yeah, I fucking love Storm Bolters. Not so much on the tabletop. The tabletop, they're not that good. Like they're good at spraying a lot of lead downfield, but there's no armor piercing on that thing, so it's just like accuracy by volume.
Yeah,
but against unarmored targets, oh boy, it's very nice. And in every video game I think the Storm Bolter has ever been in, it's one of the better weapons.
I haven't played many of those, but it was alright against light infantry and Bell Sector. That one I've played. Dawn of War. That one had a pretty good Storm Bolter. So I suppose I'll take your word for it.
No, yeah, Dawn of War is like a group of Terminators is a bad day if you run into them.
Oh yeah.
I've been playing the unification mod, and man alive, the one thing I love is that they took the salamanders, and instead of just having them being like a paint scheme of the ultramarine or of the blood ravens, they are they're their own race basically.
Oh.
They're their own faction rather. So they get the fire drake terminators, which are the second or third best terminators in the Imperium, which is saying something because there's a lot of chapters that have very good Terminator units. But in the game on that mod, they're kind of absurd.
I can definitely see how.
Where will we find this lieutenant?
Like the Terminators as is are quite menacing. So.
Oh yeah.
Carry on, Master. The rendezvous with Sedonis. Can we find this lieutenant? We need update
The Cadians.
Yep.
intel on the gun battle.
Through here, my lords. Head out the upper level and continue through the plaza.
Yeah. During one of the few times
A few hundred against 1,000,000 orcs.
I've been to an anime con, there was a dude cosplaying as a guardsman. I just walked by and said, "Cadia stands." He's like, "Hell yeah!"
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's actually been conventions. I don't get the chance to go to them, sadly, at least not yet. But I've seen some footage of some conventions where there will be a ton of people dressed as guardsmen, and they will actually just go and do marches.
Oh,
I'm like, that's fucking incredible.
yeah.
Sergeant, I see you found something to keep you busy.
Worry not, Captain. I've saved some orcs for you. The orcs have got that gun well defended, no mistake. Typical orc behavior would be to dismantle or destroy the gun.
And certainly
If there is one thing that I do that does admittedly drive me crazy about this game, is that
These days,
some of the iconography of the Marines is a little off on their uniforms, because that the eagle that Sedonis has on his right pauldron, that's a captain's emblem, but Titus is the captain in this.
Oh, I just got the
There you go.
chainsword. Yeah.
Did the game actually tell you what button is the execution? I don't remember.
I think it's E. I'm playing on mouse and keyboard.
Ah,
Like there's very few games, both emulated and native PC ports with console options that I play with a controller. Like I play.
I get you.
It's like yeah, it's a matter of preference. Like funnily enough, a lot of the Gundam versus games I play with a keyboard layout that's kind of akin to a proper arcade stick. So I pretty much have the buttons laid out somewhat ergonomically where I can just do all the button combinations. And the best part is that a lot of the ports actually let me do it. I don't have to bind any of the left bumper, right bumper, left trigger, right trigger. I can just operate off of just the face buttons, and it kind of works. And on the note of emulation, I've been playing. Oh, Oh yeah, that's the explodey thing. But on another emulation, like over the last couple of weeks, I've been playing Gundam the 3D Battle, which is a 3DS game, and one of the few non-Muso action titles before like Gundam Battle Alliance that, well, not counting like you know, the big crossover things like Lost Heroes and whatnot. Such. It's one of the few feel like, well, it's the only Gundam battle game to feature the Unicorn and the Sanaju. But unfortunately, the rest of like the game's like, I guess contents is the right way to put it, is heavily gutted. It's which is a shame because like the game looks fine. It makes good use of the shaders, especially on the water stages. And you know, when you do a fin funnel barrier, it actually has a specific like visual effect for it activating, which is really cool. But then they kind of ruin it by cutting the roster size to
Dropship incoming.
like less than half. Oh, hey. There was the I mixed up the keybind. Oh well. Yeah, because like over in the PSP lineup, there were the MSV suits. There were Blue Destiny units, and then this one is like just stuff from Gundam Zeta and Char's Counterattack. Give or take 2 pilots from Unicorn, and a bunch of things from the OVAs. It's like very pitiful number of units. But from what I've seen from like the JP sources, it's been a tad rushed, so it sounds about right. It's probably the case.
One thing I'm curious about, because this has just kind of been something with me and Gundam games for a while, is I'm genuinely wondering if we're ever going to get one that's a little bit more, I guess in depth is the word I'm looking for. Because it feels like a lot of like what we get is just like either it's strategy games or it's like something kind of like the Versus series.
And there are some that like, you know, make good use of the fact that you're piloting a mech. Like there's Lost War Chronicles, for example. There's been Zeonic Front. There's definitely been some of the like more heavy feeling games. So it's not all like Versus clones and Muso.
Yeah, but you know, it's just one of those things where I'd like something with a little bit more substance. But then again, the curious thing is like if they would be willing to invest the time and energy in something with a really strong like single player element, because a lot of what they've done over the years has been multiplayer oriented.
Oh, there's been a bunch of single player ones.
Over the last like 5 to 10 years.
Oh yeah.
I've probably missed out on a ton then.
Get him. Which one? Oh. think I missed my chance. I was too far back to capitalize on the stun, unfortunately. Yeah, I should have gone for the big one.
Word from the second recce. Another horde of the greenskins are headed here from the south.
Like, yeah, there's a bunch of there's definitely a bunch of Gundam games that are that do have that substance that you're looking for. It's just that a great number of them are in Japanese.
Ah, that'll do it. 'Cause yeah, the last single-player Gundam experience I think I had might have been Code Fairy.
Oh, have you
Now that I think about it, yeah.
have you played Rise from the Ashes on the Dreamcast?
I don't think that I have. No.
That one, that one's kind of like a blend between. If you've played Zeonic Front, it kind of plays like that one, but with a bit of an FPS DNA to it.
That is why we are here. Leave the gun to us.
Come with me then.
Yeah. See, I beat Zeonic Front back in the day. That was a long, long time ago. Because I just remember, I lived in a small town at the time with my dad, and obviously, you know, Gundam. This is around the time that it was just starting to get, you know, put out here in America, and I remember going to the whatchamacallit, God, my brain does not want to work. The video rental place. And just being shocked that there were Gundam video games, first and foremost. And that was where, you know, I rented Journey to Jaburo. And then beat the ever-loving hell out of that game in a weekend. Because I figured out, like, one of the first things that I remember getting, like, really hyped about in that game was the fact that the Gao carriers in the mission mode, you could actually, if you got to a good high point and you timed your jump right, you could jump on top of them and just kill them that way.
Well, there's actually been a Japanese game that kind of built on the Journey to Jaburo formula, and funnily enough, it's like menus are almost completely in English.
Really?
Yeah, it's called Lost War Chronicles, and it's a pretty good game with a bunch of mobile suits. Like it even has the Zephyranthes and the Zamel and quite a lot of stuff. When one thing you might get some kick out of is that the old colors for the Alex are the new Gundam's colors.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Oh, this is the one where Ken Bender's stat is from.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can be their stats with Matt Healy and co.
Admittedly, the main reason that I remember Ken is when we were working on the 1 Year War stuff. They were the one rivalry that we had forgotten up until the last episode.
Oh yeah. I thought that you were reminded of it due to the amount of the Kenoff memes that were floating about.
No, I wasn't familiar with it at all. That was the weird part. But I had played through the Lost War Chronicles campaign on G Generation Genesis.
Oh, funny you
I
mention
think
that one.
I
Actually,
think it was Genesis. Genesis was the Universal Century one, right?
well, there's been a couple of Universal Century ones as they just Genesis was on the last gen. You know, it's
Yeah.
pretty much basically G generation spirits, but with without the late UC stuff, and with a lot more one-year war side stories,
Gotcha.
which is why the layout in Genesis is kind of similar to the one in G generation spirits.
Yeah. Yeah, funnily enough, I had actually played Genesis after I played Cross Rays, and was kind of I didn't realize how much work they put into Cross Rays until I played Genesis, where like all the mobile suit animations are really basic, and some of the units that you would expect them to put like more armament on, they gave them like two weapons you could use, like the Delta Gundam. Ah, there's the old Stalker Bolter.
Yeah,
That's where the orcs breached the gun.
the totally not sniper rifle.
Haven't been able to make it.
Yeah.
There just aren't enough of us.
Well, given the barrel length, it's more of a DMR carbine, but still.
Yeah.
We will retake the gun. You will get your reinforcements.
Granted, these things are firing bullets that are like probably 20 to 25 millimeters big. So I can only imagine like what the muzzle velocity on that fucking thing is.
Yeah. Where should I hit to? Oh, there's a clearing in the ruins. And there's some greens. Some hungry greens.
Yeah, this is the section where they expect you to start trying out the sniper.
Oh.
'Cause there's gonna be orcs like way up there.
Yep. Duly noted. Oh, there we go. Oh yeah.
Yep, you just don't want to fire it rapid fire because that thing bucks like a
Oh yeah.
fucking Bronco.
I've seen that. It's like trying to hit you know, something at a large distance with an M2 mounted on a on that one cheap Toyota whose name I keep forgetting the name of, that people for some reason put guns on.
I'm not sure.
Oh, Toyota Hilux, yeah, that one.
Oh, okay.
It's like the 50 BMG. That's definitely a round that kicks like a mule.
Yeah. I mean, there's a reason that the barrels are always like super long, and like on a Barrett, like the
Oh yeah.
stock is like, they basically say you better fire this laying down.
I mean, that's why the only change they made to the M2 to the M2 machine gun is just giving it a more durable and more easy to change barrel in the M2 HB.
Yep. Speaking of 50 cals, one gets brought up in the Punisher video that we're about to work on.
Oh yeah, the 50 AE. There's our deagle.
Yep. It's just the simple fact that Frank basically castrates someone with it, and it's one of the less violent kills in that story is saying something.
Yeah. Then again, like Max itself, like that whole run has a lot of like kills that are like, yeah, we're gonna have to put on. We're gonna have to put this as R-rated because this ain't getting put anywhere else.
Yeah, it
Especially with
is.
stuff like Kitchen Irish or the arc with Barracuda and the subsequent Hunt for Rollins, for example.
Yeah, oddly enough, I could never like. I think Barracuda is like the one arc that everybody loves of Max that I don't. I think just because it was such a departure from the tone of the rest of it. Because Barracuda's got a lot more comedy in it.
Oh yeah. Although, it's a bit grim at the same time, since Barracuda is gonna Barracuda, and
Oh, yeah.
He's one tough son of a gun.
Yeah, he is. The second arc that he shows up in is called Long Cold Dark, and it's a lot better.
Yeah, that's the one with Frank's kid, isn't it?
Yes, and it gets a lot more personal. I think that's part of the reason I like it as much as I do. Though I do understand why some people don't like the first issue in that arc, because it's the art is by Howard Chaykin, who's kind of a divisive artist and writer. He never really is one of those guys that like hit the big time, but if you know him, you know him. But he only lasted like they were only able to get him for like one issue, which sounds about right because the guy is notoriously difficult to work with.
See, I'm glad.
He's one of those. I was just gonna say he's one of those writers that, unfortunately, it seems like 90% of his fucking catalog is just America bad, and it can get in a lot of people's nerves.
Yeah, I was pretty much about to say that. It's nice that there's someone who keeps track of that, because like I'm mostly there, reading the comic. I'm like, yeah, this is Punisher Max by Garth Ennis, although the later like mini stories were by various different authors, but yeah, didn't know that detail. I'm guessing there's a bunch more details. Because unfortunately I didn't get many comics in my neck of the woods. It's only been like in recent years that I've been able to get my hands on some of the classics, like way back in this must have been like what a little over a decade ago. Holy shit. But and then I do recall, back when I was in back in my middle school days, there was one issue of Astonishing X-Men. Like, I think it was a smaller omnibus, and one issue of J. Michael Straczynski's run of Spider-Man. And that was about it. There were no like continuations. There were no there were very few issues, so I could just read a chunk of the story, and I was like, that's really cool. It's a shame that I can't, can't read the rest.
Yeah, it's one of those things where you it's always surprising to me that for some people and places it was for the longest time so difficult to get your hands on comic books. I mean, nowadays, because of the digital age, it's so much easier. But even then, you know, you kind of have to settle for digital sometimes, even if you would rather have the physical book.
Oh yeah. Although in my neck of the woods, it's certainly gone better since like mid 2010s. There's this like publishing label that like in Czech Republic that imports stuff, and being in Central Europe, that's just one hop and a skip away. So if I import from there, it's pretty cheap in terms of shipping, which is great.
Well, that's not bad. Yeah. But yeah, it was... God, I remember... Because the thing is, like, my life here in the U.S., like, I started off living in the Chicago area when I was a little kid. And in Chicago, you could... And this is the 90s. You could get comics fucking anywhere. They were in gas stations.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, because so you didn't need to go to a comic book shop. Because comics were stupid popular back then. So, I very rarely missed out on an issue of Amazing Spider-Man. And, provided Dad was willing to buy it for me. But, but when we moved to Southern Illinois, where it was, and then comics started becoming less popular as the 90s, like, were closing up and we were entering the new millennium, it just ends up fucking being harder and harder to get your hands on them. And, I remember there was a point where my dad actually managed to find a place where they actually sold them. He picks up, for old time's sake, picks me up an issue of Amazing Spider-Man, which I'm super psyched about. And I'm like, oh, Spider-Man's got a brand new costume. This looks really dope. Wait a minute, why is he Ben Reilly? Ben Reilly's the Scarlet Spider. What the fuck is going on? I was so confused because all of it had happened in like 3 years. It was the Clone Saga. So, I was fucking lost. So, I spent, whenever I was in college, again, digital age, so, I sailed the high seas. But, I managed to get caught up basically on everything.
Nice.
Yeah, because that's really all I did. Is I would do my fucking coursework, and then I would then just read comic books, or well, that was really about it.
Yeah. It's pretty much a similar case with me and the at college now. Like during the long wait for the finals to start last year, I've finally caught up on The Boys, and that one's been a ton of fun. Although I'm not really a big fan of the way the dialogue went and whatchamacallit, and Dear Becky. That one ended up trying way too hard to sound very, like, I guess timely is the right word, and it didn't really nail it. But other than that, I really like that one.
Yep, the Boys is pretty good. The
show not so much. I know.
Yeah,
Like,
God, the show makes me want to kill myself. I swear,
uh,
it's so bad.
you know, back when it was coming out, like the initial trailers, you know, and the Twitch ads and whatnot, I was like, okay, what is this show about? And like in hindsight, I dodged the bullet by like not keeping up with it, because man, it's definitely there's definitely been a ton of flanderization in the show. It's
Yeah, to a frustrating degree as well, because like being such a big fan of the comic, like I'm like, oh, this is gonna be cool, and it starts out fairly faithful to it, and then they just fucking drop the ball hard, and for reasons I'll never understand, they're just like, yeah, the creator's like, yeah, well, fuck Garth Ennis, I already paid him, you know, this is a political show now. It's like, oh, great, how awesome, yay.
I think it started kind of before that, because you know, I didn't like the weird subplot with Billy's son.
Yeah.
Like the element that was you know in the comic was very like tragic and brought a lot of like a lot of like character and personal tragedy to Billy Butcher. And that one they just swapped it out for
There. I will place the charge on that shell.
this weird plot line for the sake of I don't know what, maybe a source of like cheap cheap drama, but it's yeah, like that whole plot point was a swing and a miss.
Yeah. I mean, what really, like, the first season when I stopped watching was there was, like, this whole episode that was just, you could sum it up just as Christianity bad.
Oh,
It just ends with fucking, what's her name? I forget.
Starlight,
Starlight. I'm so pissed off at that show, I can't even remember the characters' names. Just basically, there's this thing in writing that I feel like in that time period from, I want to say, 2014 to now. So it's been 11 years. Oh, God, no wonder I'm exhausted. But that where, like, there would be these fucking speeches, and you can tell it's not really the character talking. It's the character is the mouthpiece for the writer, who is now lecturing you on what they think is important.
Yeah, the soapbox era, I guess.
Yeah, because we saw it there. We saw it in Rick and Morty a few times, and in Rick and Morty, like, that one really pissed me off because I'm like, man, this show's been funny up until this moment. Why am I getting lectured on nihilism from a drunk fuck? Like if I wanted to be lectured on nihilism by a drunk fuck, I'd go to the bar.
That's another show I you know, forgot to keep up with, and then it's like, okay, and nothing of value was lost.
Pretty much.
Speaking of new stuff, though, have you been keeping up with the new Gundam the card game? Yeah, that one, Gundam TCG.
No, card games really aren't my my style, so I really haven't been paying attention. But I have a feeling it's probably raking in a lot of money.
Oh yeah, funnily enough, like on their official account, like on their JP account, they were like, you know, we kind of underestimated the demand for it, and we shall get back to printing more stuff post haste because you guys really like this card game for some reason.
Yeah, it's wild. I mean, there's I think it was HoloLive. They said that they released their quarterlies, and something like like it was either a quarter or a third of their profits from this last fiscal quarter was from the TCG that HoloLive put out. I'm like, Jesus Christ! But it's just really popular, you know, for certain folks.
Yeah, I mean, I grabbed myself like 3 of the starter packs just because, you know, it's much much harder to some of the folks at home on like Gundam games. So I'm like, you know what? They've been board game types for the longest time. Might as well, you know, might as well try my luck and get some cards in and try and see what they think. And they really like it. So, you know, it's a win.
Fair enough.
Now I have something to play play with my siblings and my relatives. So that's been neat.
Also, Boss is in the chat. He says,
Oh,
I just
cool.
realized, Micah, you had a hat man, a shirt dude. Are you going to get a shorts, bro? Maybe I'll convince Lolly to do that.
That would be hilarious. Speaking of Lolly, I'm really, you know, stoked to see the comic. I've placed my pre-order, and I've just been looking at the remaining page counts, you know, tick down, and now it's at 3. It's gonna come out like what, September? I think that was the estimate.
Yeah, September definitely is when it's going to be there. We actually that count is going to be down to 2 whenever he streams next, possibly down to 1.
Cool.
Yeah,
Cool.
it is literally almost done. The lettering is what has to be done after this, which shouldn't take too long, and then I have to put together the print file, and then I send it off to the printers. Then the printers will send it to our guy who is going to be doing the fulfillment. Bing bang boom, we're kosher.
Yeah.
And then after that's done, we will make a non-collector's edition available for people that just want to pick up like the digital version or something like that.
Oh yeah.
Because that's also going to be something that takes a little bit of time, is I'm going to have to sit down with Lolly and you have to format all the pages together and all this other stuff to make sure that the print looks really, really good, and yeah.
I will cover you.
Oh yeah. Pretty much just the finishing touches, yeah.
Basically.
Yeah, stated, I'm really stoked to see how it comes out. There's definitely been a lot of fun stuff to look forward to.
Oh, absolutely.
Like, I think recently there was a new gunpla kit for the Gallus J. Which has the machine that Mashmir had at the start of Double Zeta, if I'm not mistaken. That and the Zissa, but the Zissa is a P-Bandai one. Oh damn, I just ran into him and I forgot about the explosive ones.
Oh yeah, the Gallus J gets a high grade. Oh, it's just a high grade though. Damn it! Damn it! There's never anything in my size.
Yeah. Nothing for your MSM03 GOG-sized mitts.
Pretty much. That reminds me, I wonder what's on P Bandai right now. I'm always curious.
There's our shell. All to secrets.
Then we put
So 59 model kits.
Get the shell into that loader. I will cover you.
Anything in master grade. The F90. Eh. Oh hey! The Shezar team Jesta is available.
Team A or Team B?
Team B and C it says.
Oh.
So let me have a look at that. So it has the big ass sniper rifle, which is basically a converted high megalon. The grenade launcher, standard Jesta beam rifle as well, and the flip down scope.
Oh, cool. Cool.
And the price isn't too terrible. It's $70. I don't know what that is in euros.
Probably like... I don't know. Estimating... maybe like 65.
Something like that, I would think. But, they have Gundam Wing stuff, again. Oh god. They have the Tallgeese Flugel.
Oh! That's a name I haven't heard in a while.
That's admittedly one for me that's kind of tempting. Because I just love the Tallgeese so much. Oh! They've also got Harrison's F91.
Oh yeah, the blue one. Is it the Skullheart paint scheme or the standard one?
It's the Skullheart paint scheme. The blue and yellow.
No, both are blue and yellow. It's just that the Skullheart one has the white trims on the limbs.
Let me get a better look at it.
Well,
Let me have a look at F91 Skullheart. Oh, I get it. Yeah, it's got on like the calf area and on the upper arms, it's got trim on it. It's colored white instead of just colored blue.
yeah.
The default plastics
Leandros.
for this one on P Bandai. So this is the original crossbone paint job. It's just the dark blue, like the navy blue. But honestly, coloring the Skullheart paint style would be pretty easy.
Yeah.
I could do it no problem. Let's see, let me get a better view of it. Oh yeah, this I could do easily. Fuck. And honestly, the white trim looks a lot better than just the straight blue.
Oh, and it also has a decal in Steel 7.
Ah, it does, yes.
Because
It's on the chest of it.
one of the few like surviving Anaheim test pilots in that one actually actually paints a couple things in that color. Wait, no. He puts his own emblem on it. Sorry, my mind blanked on it for a bit. Yeah,
No worries.
He puts his whole emblem on it.
Yeah, it doesn't look like there's like a decal for this. The one thing I'm noticing when looking at it is that some of these are stickers, and that is upsetting.
Yeah.
But yeah, doesn't look like there's any for the chest decal, sadly, and I don't have confidence in my skills to freehand it.
Leandros,
Yeah.
get the shell into that loader. I will cover you.
Still though, why stickers in a world where water slides exist? I don't understand it.
Yeah.
Boss wants to know how you found out about me.
Oh, simple. Actually, I found your channel from one of your, like, older rants about, how Jim Sterling is a fat commie fuck, which he is.
Oh God. Yeah. I just want to say that everything I said about Jim Sterling was 100% correct.
Yeah.
And time has gone and proven me very correct in that regard.
It certainly has.
Like, I'm not gonna lie, like, just the simple fact that as time has gone on, he has, and I still say he because I'm a jerk.
I mean, I still say he because he still calls himself James.
Yeah,
So,
that's the one thing that's like, how could I dead name him when he dead names himself? That's what makes me think that he's an AGP instead of actually being transgender.
yeah.
There's our shell. Sequence.
Then we put it back. Leandros, get the shell into that loader. I will cover you.
Alright. Let's see.
Now, funnily enough,
Incoming fire.
we're at a point where there's it's the wildest thing. I actually got contacted by somebody wanting to see if I'd be willing to be part of a team to do 40K videos.
Oh, interesting. What team?
Yeah. There's a channel called More Lore that you've probably seen on YouTube, and they're looking for a scriptwriter to do 40K and also to do a couple other sci-fi franchises. Like one thing being like Gundam listicles, which really is not something I would want to do for my own channel, but I can, write them. It's money,
Listicles, Oh, hi, it's Watch Mojo!
Yeah, pretty much. This is kind of what it is. But it's like, you know what? I can have enough fun with it to justify it, but for my own content, I like being a little bit more deeper than that. But no, he had seen the Gundam stuff, and he also saw my video on the Carcharodons, and he liked how much research I did into the topic.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah,
All right.
because admittedly, like, the Carcharodons video has not really done that great in regards to view count, but I'm not really known for doing Warhammer, so... Oh, you didn't mash, you're getting press slammed.
Oh! Yeah, I was not sure whether I was supposed to mash or hold down the button, because it's not... Because the icon isn't really doing much to be a visual aid.
But yeah, it's with the big dudes, whenever you stun them, one easy way to stun them is the
Yeah.
three lights into a heavy combo, which is the stomp.
Or eat the nade.
So the old, or as I like to call it, the old Vulcan lives.
Stomp, stomp.
Yep, but light, heavy, and it's a really good AOE attack.
Oh, yeah.
But that will actually
Light,
stun the
light.
big guy. There you go. I'm
Oh, yeah.
obviously seeing this on a little bit of delay, but what's crazy about the second game, and Boss is, since he's in the chat, he can attest to the effectiveness. In the second game, if you upgrade your chainsword, you get 2 stomps.
Oh,
And you just clear out fucking bugs easily. And it sets up for executions in this game really well. It's awesome. I
Oh,
fucking
yeah.
love the chainsword.
yeah, I've seen streams of SM2, and there's definitely been a bunch of like impressive things that I've seen.
Oh yeah, it's one of the most fun video games I've played in a very long time. But Mike is being poached. well, I always tell people I'm available for hire, you know, but I'm always wanting to do my own stuff.
Alright, how do I... Oh, it's R. Detonate.
Now, these guys you want to use your stalker bolter on. Just pop them in the head.
Light! Oh, dang it! There's the explodey one that I missed. Wanted to do the stomp, but was too late. You mean the stock bolt pistol?
No, the stalker bolter, the sniper.
Oh yeah. For the ones up there, right?
Yep, exactly. Because you can just pop them real fast with headshots.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
I do also find it funny that they would use a drop pod just to drop one purity seal. Which, for
Yeah.
those playing the home game, it's just a wax seal. That's all they're putting. That's all they used a full fucking drop pod just for that.
The orcs have pulled it out of sequence.
Which,
Get the shell into that loader.
in the fiction, they don't even do that much, if anything. Do the bugs have suicide units like the orcs do? Yeah, spore mines. Because those are technically living organisms.
Yeah. Bonk. Bonk. Where is he? Oh no. Damn little buggers took their damn time, so that means we're gonna get some infantry from down below, which is not a good good place to be in. But top row's down. Gotta focus on the explodey ones, and then alright. Oh no, dang it! Oh no. Oh no! Light, oh. Stomp. Oh yeah, I
Okay,
can
that's
see what.
funny.
What's funny?
I got, Metallica claimed the fucking, the Super Mario version of Blackened, just based on the melody. Like, what the fuck? So I'm clipping it out so I can, that stream can stay monetized, but god damn it. Ruin all my fucking fun.
Yeah. Didn't even get to arm wrestle. That's for shame. Poor little Grots. Pretty much stuck in there.
Better off seeing this fortress detonate from the outside.
Yeah, they had it coming.
Oh yeah. Not disagreeing with that. Oh, they talked some mad shit within bolter distance, so bolter it is.
Exactly.
An angry green boss says, "I do love games that give you health if you're bloodthirsty as fuck." Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
The guards will
I've-
get their supplies now.
a while ago, I've played the. A while ago, a couple of years back, I've played the 2016 Doom, and that one was fun. Just, you know, going ham and ripping stuff apart.
Very well. My battle brothers and I must secure any operational warlord-class titans before the orcs can loot them.
But anywho. Wait a second.
Oh wow. So
Oh,
I actually, while we're doing this, I stumbled on a video where there is a gentleman who is a vendor somewhere with a slow cooker chicken operation. They cook it to the point where it's so
Ooh.
tender, he can literally just pull the bones out, just kind of like you
Oh.
do with a pork shoulder. I'm like, God
That's
damn.
nice. So you went quiet there for a second, then I was like, oh, did something break? Did something break again?
Not that I noticed.
Yeah.
Their work outlived all of them.
Come to think of it, at this point you've probably covered all the seed entries, right? Aside from the
Astray's the
S-Trail.
only I have not gone through.
Oh, that and I think Gundam Seed Recollection, the one that came with the G Generation Eternal, I think. That's another one I don't recall, getting
No,
done.
because we've done the mainline stuff, and then we did Stargazer.
Almost.
And I will say, Stargazer really was a breath of fresh air.
Oh,
That
yeah.
one was quite nice.
Like, by and large, Cosmic Era is a lot better when divorced from Kiriyamato.
And corrupt in mind.
Pretty much. I mean, somebody actually left a comment. No, I'm not gonna bash him for it. It's just, I think that they just weren't kind of thinking about what I was trying to do. They asked me about the section where I compare Kira to Banager, and basically just like, I had to just explain to them real quick. I'm like, this is a common thing that people do when, you're showing how to do it right, how to do it wrong, is you have to go over both, and they're similar characters in the sense that their whole gimmick is that they are challenging the preconceived morality of the world they live in. Banager does it correctly, and the story does it a lot better in Unicorn than it does in Seed, where the whole universe tends to just bend around fucking Kira, whereas the universe does not bend around Benager. He just happens to have, or he has to take his fucking space magic and then make parts of it bend, and even then it doesn't quite get there. He still has to take out some dudes.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, it's one of those things where people don't really seem to understand like how bad like a Gary Stew honestly fucks up a story.
Oh yeah. Like I mean, there's definitely been tons of examples even outside of Gundam. Like there's Empress Ferisa, there's Sonichu, there's Sword Art Online. Then there's whatever Drek Elysian wrote. I forgot. Yeah, his weird okay. I forgot. Can't remember the name of it. But yeah.
Yeah, especially like when you think about like a franchise like Gundam that has just like so many well-loved characters, and then you have Kira Yamato, and just the simple fact that we were able to find a Japanese poll where he was voted as the least moral character in all of Gundam. I was like, God damn.
Yeah.
That's the one thing that people will get on you about is they're like, oh, you know, Seed is really popular in Japan and da-da-da, and you shouldn't bash on fucking Kira. Like, Seed is popular in Japan because of Atherin. Like, there's a ton of girls that love Atherin. Why? I don't fucking know. Japan is a strange place.
Because Atherin has the mobile suits with a V on its head.
I guess.
They just love themselves some Kirby Air Ride.
Ugh.
Although it is funny that Wii has exactly one game which features all of Efren's mobile suits up to like Seed Destiny on the Wii, and all of them have a Wii on their head. I mean, they have their usual Wii looking thing. Which is, yeah, those sprites I've used for the Efron Air Ride segments. In the
Yeah.
videos. So stop. Alright. Okay. Man, that was one violent appendectomy.
Damn right.
Alright. Alright! Got the meshing thing down.
And on top of that, gave the guy a nice, God damn it, I had a line and then I just lost it.
Yeah.
Sedona's time to impact.
These trains have point defense.
Nice bisection. Yeah. Oh man, yes. It's mounted gun. That's gonna be Although it is funny that at this rate I do not consider Kira to be the most annoying protagonist.
Really?
Oh yeah.
What do you think tops it?
I to be honest, I really don't like Gundam Age and its
okay.
last arc, because like the villains in that one are like very over the top. Like, you know, they make Zan scare and Titans and even, you know, both Zeft and Earth Alliance and Seed. Those are nice and approachable in comparison. Like,
If a job is worth doing, it's worth done.
these guys go out to civilian colonies, they destroy them, and before that, they rush into them with their mobile suits, specifically, you know, singling out civilians, and then doing like weird eugenics shit in the background. It's
So they're like Allah's version of like cartoonishly evil.
kinda, although, you know, they're a bit further up the process, I guess. But yeah, like, and what's more, they've like, you know, pretty much crawled into that inside the that universe's version of their Federation government. Like so they're very much a literal existential risk in that very universe. But you know, the show by the end of it really wants to pull the you know, it's okay, guys. They said sorry. We're not gonna kill them. And it's bad. Especially with how hard they try to make you feel bad for them. Like, you know, before watching the anime, I actually played the game adaptation of it.
Mm-hmm.
It was pretty much like without like with very few changes following the plot of the anime. And it was always frustrating to just fight an especially annoying enemy in there, and then just as you were about to finish off, no, you get a cutscene, they actually end up living, they just retreat, and you have to find them again.
Oh, jeez.
I mean, the gameplay loop was fine, it's just that. Oh, we got something new top in the chat, and we got, if Brits were a lot like Orcs, the UK would be a much better place. Whoa. I mean,
It would definitely be more exciting.
oh yeah.
The manufactorum still holds.
Some Imperial Guard units made it here after all.
They cannot hold for long. We must hurry.
What is that servo skull doing?
Oh man, those
Deliver a message.
Imperial Guards are dead.
Yeah. Orcs tend to not leave much in regards to, remains.
Oh yeah.
One thing that I've always found funny about the orcs is there's always so much like emphasis put on their shooters, and they're a melee army.
Oh yeah. Their faction rule, they've got the Wa thing, which literally gives them advantages for like approaching from up close and ripping the shit out of the enemy forces. But it is funny that it's like Mordaka. Yes. We have to shoot those bits with our shooters. Even though they're more, even though the choppers are their strong suit.
Yeah.
We must disable that crane.
Oh, you, mate, you've got a license for that. You know, to kind of pull the topic back onto like Gundam games with a rather unusual amount of depth. There's a game on the SNES that I found about a year and a half ago, which is pretty interesting because it combines kind of the grid-based combat with like real-time battling, which is somewhat primitive but works. But at the same time, you have to manage the upkeep of whatever your force is doing there. So if they're like low on supplies, ammo and whatnot, you have to resupply your mobile suits in the ship, and eventually you have to refuel your ships via supply ships. So sometimes when you want like longer attack pushes while staying resource efficient, you have to make these like logistics networks. It's really fun. It's called SD Gundam G Next. And funnily enough, they had they didn't only have like UC stuff, they also had they also have like most of Wing's mobile suit lineup alongside G Gundam stuff.
Always a plus.
And there's one specific faction which only gets like gem variants, javelins, James guns, so on and so forth. J guns too, and that goes on until they hit a particular tech level, and after that they've got like the Maxter, the Shining, which can be turned into the Burning Gundam or the God Gundam.
Very nice.
Not to mention, there's like a unit pack that adds Osgrunts and like a great amount of other stuff. Like there's pretty much all the wings gun all of the wings Gundams, all of Gundam Wings Gundams, except for Sandrock Kai and Heavy Arms Kai, because those weren't those haven't aired before the expansion finished developing.
We cannot allow that.
Gotcha.
But it's got everything else. Just pretty neat.
This is Captain Titus of the Ultramarine.
I feel bad for anything that was under that gun you dropped.
Oh yeah.
I need
That's a...
Manufactorum, Corporal.
I don't think that they're building Imperator Titans here. I think they're building Warhound. But even so, dropping a Titan plasma cannon onto you is... That's just mean.
Yeah. Anything that used to be a 3D model out there is now a compressed JPEG.
Pretty much.
Full of guardsmen holding that huge gate. They cannot last long.
The one thing that's absolutely wild about this game, and again, keep in mind, this came out in 2011, is that the arms of the Titan, like when you're under that gun, it actually casts a physical shadow.
Well,
So
that's
it was
cool.
rendered as an object. You just keep running into squigs, I've noticed.
Yeah. Like whenever I see squigs on in this game, it's like, you know, I guess the rabid Wolverine and a chicken coop instinct kicks in, and I start chopping. Yeah, I suppose they're a tad too small to constitute a bolter game.
I suppose so.
Bonk, bonk, bonk.
There used to be a thing, I think they patched it out, where you could just execute them one after another in rapid session, but nowadays, like, there's like a break between when you can do it. It's kind of unfortunate. It was fun to just start mashing the execute button, and all you hear is ah.
Oh yeah.
But with a British accent.
Yeah, splendid.
Goodness.
Yeah, it's kind of surprising that, like, despite, you know, Seed not being, like, particularly strong narratively, they keep consistently getting really good games. Something I've noticed.
Yeah, it's wild. The
Seed Battle Destiny remaster that came out. Do you mean that one? Oh, sorry.
No worries. Yeah, it's one of those things where I really feel like Bandai knows they've got their hands on a cash cow. They're gonna milk it for as long as they can milk it for.
I mean, at least they give us the grunts, so I'm a happy camper.
Yeah, I'm just annoyed that with Gundam Wing, we effectively, for the 30th anniversary, we got like a 2-minute animation.
Yeah.
It's like, god damn it, really? Like we're like the series is the reason you make so much money off the United States. Like come the fuck on.
Antioch. We are in position.
Yeah.
Like and that's the wild thing. Like whenever it comes to anything else that Bandai has in regards to like the franchises that they have their fingers in, you think of Tekken, you think of the FromSoft games that they've published, like Dark Souls and all this other stuff. They care very deeply about what like the Westerners are thinking. Gundam, they don't give a fuck. It's like, what the hell, man?
Yeah, I'm just praying that, you know, at some point they pull a Capcom and they put a lot of their older titles on PC and some sort of collections. Because, like, imagine if they added, like, if they put Endless Duel on Steam with functional ad play,
Yeah.
or the Battle
Or,
Master. Well, Battle Assault and
Battle Assault 2, yeah. If they remastered that with netcode, people would be all over it. Though the amount of people that would use Big Zam online just for the meme would be insurmountable.
honestly, Big Zam is not that good, surprisingly.
It really isn't. It's just kind of a big target.
Because it can't turn. Like, very recently, I've watched a video of a guy who, like, used to be, big in, he was, like, anime, fighter tournaments. And he was doing a tier list for, like, the various playable things in Battle Assault 2, and like people can do like some crazy stuff with a lot of the units there. I think that there's like, I think there was one that could air stall. There was one that could you know, the diff side, of course, has a lot of mix-up potential, so on and so forth.
Oh yeah.
Though, of course, unfortunately, in regards to like the High Gorg or the Ag guy, I was gypped out of a cool moveset. Although, like, and as far as these like little gimmicks go, although I still really like them, and I really like those move animations.
Oh yeah.
All right, is there any?
I mean, now that I'm thinking about it, if Bandai wanted to get their hand, they could get somebody to probably do another Battle Assault game. I was thinking that Arc System Works, but they're contracted right now with Marvel.
Yeah, with the Tokon game.
But I was thinking, like, if you did a, and that is the thing that annoys me about this game in comparison to the second one, is
Corporal Antioch.
in the second game you're invulnerable whenever you do executions. In this one, you're not.
Yeah.
But if they had done a game like Dragon Ball Fighters, but they did it with Gundam, holy shit. It would sell like hotcakes.
I'd prefer something along the lines of the Game Boy Advance Seed Battle Assault games, because those, like, yeah, it is Seed, but it has a lot of, like, you know how in early Guilty Gear, like X2 and whatnot, there was a lot of, like, air dashes, and, you know, you could do a lot of tricks with that. And I
Yeah, I
think
remember.
that could be fun to experiment with, because Like the GBA ones, those GBA entries were really fun. You know, I really liked playing as the Aegis Gundam and the Chaos.
That would be neat. The thing is that I feel like with more of like a tag fighter perspective, you could really, from a monetary perspective, it gives you a lot of DLC options. But the other thing is that like there's not really, you would effectively be competing against yourself because there's no other, like Capcom's not doing tag fighters right now. So it would just be another thing to scratch the itch for people.
Oh yeah.
And admittedly, I also think that the absolute fucking insanity of a tag fighter would fit Gundam pretty well.
I mean, so long as I can do Totsugekis with my GOG, I'm on board. Because that was a thing I used to do in Federation vs. Zeon and the later Gundam vs. Zeta. Like, oh, you think you can outshoot me? Yeet! I just threw that GOG on that. Or, you know, I'd like to see a sequel to Senju no Kizuna that's in it's Gundam FPS. Was pretty popular in the arcades. And also had a PSP port based off of one of their earlier iterations. That one's like I've played Senju no Kizuna Portable. That was pretty fun. So I think seeing that one in that form would be cool. Besides, you know, like the OG one managed to live for like 15 years. And then the sequel was like, you know what? It's gonna die in less than half a decade. Which is rather unfortunate. Because there was a bunch of there's a bunch of cool stuff in that one. Like you know, yeah, you had like the general mobile suit roles, kind of like in Gundam Evolution, but it was implemented right. You know, you had your like short range specialists, you had your mid to close range infantry, you had your mid-range supports, and you had your base killers, which were like Zaku tanks and gun tanks. You had your sniper types. It was very fun, and you could, you know, you could do a lot of stuff with that formula. Besides the, like by the end by the time it was discontinued, it had a ton of mobile suits. Like it had the silver bullet suppressor from Narrative, even.
Oi, keep that muzzle clean, guardsman.
Here we are, my lord.
My thanks, Corporal.
Which, come to think of it, it would be fun if they had it crossbone before they pulled the plug. But you know, at least we got crossbone in GBO too.
True.
It's gonna be.
So admittedly, I've been, for the sake of my wallet, I have admittedly been staying away from GBO.
Yeah, funnily enough, I haven't spent a single dime on that one, and I have a ton of mobile suits. Just, you know, every once in a while there's a big promo thing with a bunch of like freebies. I swoop in, log in, grab stuff, and somehow I got a ton of stuff that way. Even got enough tokens saved up so that I can do a guaranteed 7 pull for the X1 Kai, which
Nice.
of the 3 crossbones, I definitely prefer that one.
Yeah. You know, I think I'm sadly gonna have to take off. I am dropping energy like crazy. I think I need to go get some sleep.
I mean, yeah, same
Been
for
burning
me.
the midnight oil.
So I'm gonna.
Damaged at least. I can invent
It's 18:55 on in my neck of the woods. In like 5 minutes, I'm probably gonna call it, since thanks to Tent 2,
Yep.
a dinner to eat. So
All right. I will catch you later then, buddy.
yeah, see you later. Alright, chat, let's... You know what? Let's have to try and,
Captain, this is an Auger station.
okay, it's an Auger station. I'm gonna pause it. I'm gonna catch up on the chat. Careful, then you'll get a bunch of tards crying, teammate. That's funny. Here's more noises. Yeah, I'm just gonna scroll through the chat. Gonna pop into the end screen. See, I may end up calling it early. This is fun. It's definitely fun. But yeah, can't really overstate my welcome here. I'm glad that you all stuck around. For that, I thank you. And until next time, this is the Shirt Lad, signing out. Oh, have a good one, Angry Green Boss. Yeah, it was fun. It was real fun. I shall be on my way.